What's going on, guys? This is season 4 of Fish Addictions TV, episode 1, and we're in Wekusko Falls, Manitoba. This is an absolutely amazing place to start this season. Now, we're up here to fish big walleyes with Wekusko Falls and Brian. It's gonna be an awesome season with an awesome episode to start. Let's get to it.
Addiction, the fact or condition of being addicted to a particular substance, thing, or activity. An addiction is not desirable. It is something that overtakes your life. What happens when an addiction cannot be stopped? An addiction is stronger than any one drug with only one cure. The cure is not rehab. It is not medication. It is not a counselor. The only cure for us is the water beneath our feet, the rod in our hands, the anticipation of that next big bite, and the camaraderie we all share. This is Fish Addictions TV.
Fish Addictions TV is brought to you by Eskimo Ice Fishing Gear and the rest of our fine sponsors.
How you doing, fellas?
Oh, doing pretty good. You know, getting to come out early ice, and not only just getting to fish walleyes, but getting to come way up here in Manitoba is just a treat in itself.
I think part of the experience is the road trip. And to Wekusko Falls for us, from my house, is 10 hours. And that drive up here is just, you can see so many different things. You can see bear, you can see moose, wildlife of all sorts, trees, fields. It's just taking it all in is part of that experience.
It's an experience that I don't get to have very often, getting on the road and putting in that much time to actually get to a destination just to fish. It's a memorable experience for me that I'll never forget. The anticipation just builds up. There's a million things racing through your mind. What are we gonna catch? How big are these fish gonna be?
When you come on a trip like we're doing here, do not expect to sit in your truck, drive out on the lake, and drive a hole. Expect to get on a Ranger, get on a snowmobile, get on a four-wheeler.
Just need the horizontal bar that connects to the sled to actually hook up to the tow bar.
You gotta improvise, man. When you come fishing, it's not all perfect. But we're in Manitoba, we're not gonna stay at the cabin. 12 hours in a trailer bouncing around. What do you expect?
Drive through the woods, through the pristine beauty that Canada has to offer in Manitoba. Part of the reason why we take the drive, it's part of the reason why we sit in a truck to get up here and just take it all in.
You know, being first ice and not a lot of traffic on here and ice moving and warming up and cooling off, the ice is constantly moving, so we're just making sure we're staying safe. I mean, that's what it's all about. Checking Brian's out, checking ice ridges just to make sure that they're safe to cross, or if they're crossable at all. And we're just trying to get to the big fish spot. know what I love most about Canada? The fact that if you look all the way as far as you can see, there's one track coming in here, and that's us. And more likely, we're going to be the only one. One thing Manitoba requires is to pinch the barbs, and that's basically for easy release. It doesn't really damage the fish. You don't have to try real hard. You know, you just gotta adjust the way you fish. You gotta keep the tension tight. Don't let any slack on the line, and you're gonna catch just as many fish.
Hooked up on another eater-sized fish, it feels like. Water is so clear. You can see him down there quite a ways. This is a nicer fish, I think. There's transducer out here. Oh, it's a pike. Big grease. Big snot rocket. You never know what you'll run into up in Canada, I suppose. A little bit of everything. It's a good fight anyway.
At Glacier, our goal is to build only the highest quality ice fishing shelters, constructed of premium materials that will provide lasting value and years of trouble-free service. See for yourself how our attention to detail and never-ending commitment to product improvement sets a Glacier Ice House apart from the competition and makes a Glacier Ice House the ultimate way to play. For more information, visit glacierIcehouse.com. Fishing. Make your own luck. Manitoba, Canada's heart beats.
Oh, he'll hit it again. He's coming back. Here he comes. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Andrew, this never gets old. I can't believe anybody even likes summer fishing. I think the cool thing about Wekusko Falls is the fact that you can come up and do whatever you want. Do you want to go out on the ice and be guided? Do you want to go out on the ice and do it yourself? Or do you want to be just pointed in the right direction? Wekusko Falls has that. Brian and his staff there are bar none. They know what's going on up here. They'll point you in the right direction and keep you safe at the same time, because most of the time when you're on a body of water like this, you probably don't know it that well. So if you have somebody that is that knowledgeable and can point you in the right direction and keep you safe at the same time, that's where I want to be.
So, you know, in my industry, I get to see a lot of people and meet a lot of good people, make a lot of good friends. And having the Fish Addictions crew up here was something special for myself.
The buckshot spoon. If there's one spoon in everybody's box, it's the buckshot spoon.
It's something that I really like fishing with people that know how to fish, just because I can learn stuff from them, and hopefully I get to pass on some knowledge to them as well. But, you know, the nice thing with these guys is that it's just camaraderie, and that's what a big thing I love about ice fishing, is that it's just a group of guys or women just going out there and having fun. And, you know, when you connect on a big fish, there's no jealousy. It's all camaraderie and high fives all around.
Another beautiful walleye. What we're trying to do to trigger these fish is using a variety of different spoons, keeping that jigging cadence going, and just really drawing in the interest of those fish before they actually commit. So we got a variety of different colors, just a bunch of different spoons that we're working with to get these walleyes to go, but just another beautiful Manitoba walleye there.
Basically what we're doing here is fishing a piece of structure. So the structure's up here, and behind us is a flat, and on the other side of that structure is a big deep basin, big deep hole, and these fish are coming up and feeding off this flat around the structure, and we're just kind of picking them off.
So one of the great advantages of living where we do up here in northern Manitoba is the fact that we get ice early. And I know people think that we could be crazy. There's no way that there could be ice up here. You know, at the end of November, you could drive a pickup truck on a lot of years. But it really is the truth. And it is just something that you can take advantage of. And because we have winter so long up here, we don't only have early ice, but we have late ice. So when guys are thinking about getting their boats ready in the end of March, we're still fishing on the ice all of April.
Baby, get them. Yeah! Just hammered it. You know, there's not many places that I've ever been that you can go and catch fish consistently with the consistent quality that this place has to offer. And you even have that chance of a true giant. Just inhales this origami spoon, but look at how important that is. See how easy that was? That thing was way down in the gullet. As easy as that, it comes out when you barb those hooks.
So Mike really doesn't know what he's got going on over there, but I know what I got going on here. This is chaos. Juice here out. This doesn't feel like a bad fish. Ooh. Come on, buddy. Oh yeah. That'll work. We just kind of switched spots here, and kind of everybody's just hooking up all over here. It's another cookie cutter 19-20 incher.
The all-new Eskimo pistol bit is the ultimate weapon to pair with your 1/2-inch high-torque cordless drill if you want to be mobile and destroy the ice in a hurry. At just under 4 pounds, nothing will slow you down, as this unit was engineered to cut fast, cut smooth, and maximize the battery life of your cordless drill. Best of all, it's lightweight, so it won't wear you out. If you've been considering a cordless drill auger bit, we challenge you to try the pistol and find something you don't like about it.
Catch Cover makes a full line of hard-nosed products for your fish house. Exceptionally durable. Original catch covers keep out snow, dirt, and road salt. Accessories like rod holders, rattle reels, slush buckets, new Moonglow hole sleeves, and much more. All made in Minnesota and backed by a no-question guarantee. Look for Catch Cover at fine retailers or see the entire product line at catchcover.com.
Before the spot, before the hole, before the bait. It starts with a passion, and that passion starts at Runnings. The best gear and supplies from the most trusted brands. When you get the strike, will you be ready? Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
Have you ever been to a lodge that has a waterfall right out the back door? It is unreal. You take your step out of your cabin in the morning and all you hear is that waterfall in the background and you have to go see it. You have to go check it out. It is just absolutely gorgeous.
The waterfalls in the background, the tall pine trees, the rock cliffs and faces, and just getting out here in uncharted territory. We've hardly seen any other people out here fishing.
So the Wekusko Falls area is it's just breathtaking every time you come here. And whether the fishing is good or not, just getting to experience the area and the falls and just the absolutely beautiful scenery up here and just getting to fish in it, and you just kind of find yourself looking at the scenery and not even fishing at the time because it was just an absolutely beautiful place to be.
Now guys, we're out here fishing these walleyes with spoons, and when I think of spoon fishing, I think of 3 different classifications. I think of like a more vertical presentation, more of a flutter presentation, and then more of a vibration presentation with spoons. And I have 3 different spoons in here that are in each one of those categories. When I think of more of a vertical presentation, I'm thinking of the buckshot spoon, the macho minnow type stuff. When I'm thinking about a flutter spoon, I'm thinking about the buckshot flutter spoon. And what that flutter spoon does is comes up and kind of flutters itself back down. And when I'm thinking more of a vibration spoon, I'm thinking more of this origami blade from 13 Fishing. Basically, when you lift that up, a vibration spoon is gonna just vibrate up and flutter back down, vibrate up and flutter back down. And the difference between that and your flutter spoon is when you're pulling up on a flutter spoon, it's gonna kind of come up and then flutter back down, where your vibration spoon gives you a vibration up and a flutter down. So when you're jigging for walleyes and using a spoon presentation, those are the 3 types of spoons that are my go-tos.
Oh, look at that one.
So the walleye fishing here at Wekusko Falls is unlike anything I've experienced. Fishing back home in Minnesota, there's tons of great walleye lakes and good numbers of fish, big fish, but getting up here to experience this walleye fishing is nothing like I've ever been a part of before.
I don't think I've ever got sick of catching so many 24, 25-inch walleyes ever. I mean, we've caught, I'd say, at least over 100 a day, and Matt was even saying that's kind of slow for up here right now, and I was just kind of like, what? Woohoo!
The little guy. Swedish pimple. Old school, grandpa style.
You gotta be patient sometimes with the hole. If you force up here, pop. There, beauty.
Before the spot, before the hole, before the bait. It starts with a passion, and that passion starts at Runnings. The best gear and supplies from the most trusted brands. When you get the strike, will you be ready? Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
Resort of Bemidji, Minnesota.
Good job, buddy.
Chunky fish. They are so healthy. Even the shortest of fish got that pudgy belly on them. Gorging on bait fish. Beautiful gold color.
I'm really happy to get back on the ice. You know, we get deer hunting a little bit back home first, and then after that it's just itching to get on. And the last couple of years we've been able to get on pretty early in November, so we've been kind of spoiled. But it's just getting back on the ice and getting back with the guys and getting to catch some awesome fish, and it should be a good season.
See ya. But a fish is a fish is a fish. Okay, well, we're trying to close out our big fish, so we've gone back into another bay just to see if fish are pushed in here. We're just gonna pound out, basically fishing a bunch of cabbage around here. We're just gonna go kind of all in on this spot, and we'll see if we can't make something happen.
Oh no, here he is. Oh. This fish was 10 feet below the ice. Can you believe that? This is like lake trout fishing. Unreal.
So getting up this far into Manitoba, never fishing here before, the experience I was able to have at Wekusko Falls, meeting Brian and Alyssa, seeing the lodge, the great cabins, all the accommodations that they have. It's really capped off the experience that I've had out here.
So staying at Wekusko Falls Lodge is pretty much like staying at a 5-star resort in the middle of nowhere. The cabins are absolutely gorgeous. The beds are softer than any bed I've ever slept on, to be honest. And the food, Brian's wife is an absolute amazing cook, and she makes sure that you never leave hungry.
The fish fry that we had is always a great cap to the end of a day. Getting out fishing, you're chilled to the bone a little bit, so getting back in the warm lodge, sitting down with a good group of buddies and Brian and Alyssa and just enjoying that meal together was amazing.
You know, anytime we come on a trip like this, of course we're up here for the awesome fishing, but what people don't really see is the fact that at the end of the day and in the morning before we go, we're just laughing, having a good time, eating grub, slapping each other on the back, giving each other a hard time, and just all around having an awesome time on and off the ice. You know, when I think about season 4, we're starting it off with a bang right up here in Wekusko, and we just want to keep it going throughout the year. So who knows where we'll end up? We don't know, you don't know, so follow along, because one thing we do know, it's going to be fun and we're going to have a ton of adventure. Hey guys, we got something super special for you guys dropping tomorrow on Monday. Now every single week on Monday, we're gonna be giving you guys a behind the scenes, kind of like mini episode of what happens while we're filming Fish Addictions TV. Now we wanna hear what you guys think of it, because we're super excited to be giving you guys that inside look that you guys have been asking for the last 2 years, so enjoy.